Right, hi there, guys. So, what I'd like to go through today is a little bit about sales funnels. Right now, as you know, I use sales funnels as the top end of my complete sales flow. Right, I use sales funnels, then go on to chat ammo, and then do the entire flow through the two combined, which is more powerful. But I have seen some people on having difficulty with their sales flows, their sales funnels. Sorry. So, what this is actually going to do, what this training is hopefully going to help you with, is give you a checklist so you can actually go through your sales funnels and sales flows and get them right. Get them so that they are going to lead the customer down the correct path so that you can sell them in the future. Okay. Big promises, I know. Right. So, what we're actually going to do is we're going to do a funnel checklist. Right now, this funnel checklist is really simple. It's really easy. There's a few things to bear in mind, and it's going to put the various parts in place ready for you to start using. Okay, so let's get started. First thing that we need to do is your avatar. Right, no matter what funnel you are doing, you need to find the person who matters. So with your avatar, I want to represent one person. Right, don't go out and try and be a solution to everybody's problems. It won't work. You need to be the solution to one person's problems. You'll find other people flocking to you as well at the same time, right? What you need to consider is the passion, profit, problem, and persistence. I don't know what the hell I've tried to even write there. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually put the passion forward. What is it you're passionate about? Right. Also, we need to find the thing that we're passionate about that people can actually afford to pay you for. Right, we need to be able to identify the problems, and we need to be consistent in our approaches to them. Right, so we need to keep on putting our content out there, which is going to lead people towards our actual sales funnel. Right now, remember, it's one avatar at a time. What you want to be thinking about is which is your best avatar. Which avatar has driven you the most success so far? Who have you helped along the way the most? What is your passion about? Right, all of these are going to help you pick that one particular avatar. Next, you want to be using your goals and frustrations, right? So, what is your avatar's goals and what frustrations do they have? Now, this I've seen a lot of people just invent. Within the full membership training, we give you exactly how to go out and find everybody's frustrations, problems, and barriers to actually having success. So, it makes life a whole lot easier. If you know these particular parts when you're starting off, then you're in for a massive leap forward on where you can actually go from, right? Instead of putting out a sales funnel, which is going to fail every time, this is actually giving you the recipe for success before you even start. So the avatar, I know a lot of people skip over it. I used to skip over the avatar a lot. I've since found out it is the most important thing I've ever done, right? So it is one of the most vital. Next is your message, right? Your message is what are their biggest pains, goals, aspirations, and these have to be selected by your customers, right? Now, this can be done by either going out and asking your customers, it can be done by using Amazon reviews, it can be done by all sorts of different methods. The one I would use, the one that is best, is asking your customers, right? If you have a group or a group you're a member of, that's your ideal customers in. Remember your Dream 100, which we're going to come on to if you haven't been through that already. Then these are the people who already hold your customers. Is your message described specifically for your avatar, right? If your ideal avatar is a multi-level marketer who sells perfume, I don't know, then does it call them out? Hey, multi-level marketers who sell perfume, are you having these problems, right? You want to call out the actual person. So plumbers, for example, plumbers, increase your pipeline. Sorry, this had to be done. Increase your pipeline of eager buyers, this kind of thing. Now, the training that you want to give out is it's single and measurable training. Right now, this isn't just training. This is the offer. Whatever offer you're putting out, is it single and is it measurable? Right? Will it get them the results? And what sort of results will it get? It's no point in saying, we will solve your problems. What problems? Which problems are you going to solve? And it's no good saying we're going to make you more money. Well, how much more money? I want to know how much you're going to make us. You might be going to make us an extra $10, in which case I'm not really that interested. You might be going to make us 3 million, in which case I'm very interested. This is something you need to be putting down. You also want to have a measurable timeline included. If I tell you $1,000, but it's going to take you 100 years, that's not really very good. You're not going to go, yeah, that's awesome. I like the sound of that. It's not, it doesn't sound right. It needs to be attainable. This is something where you need to know that if you give this training, it will give the results that they want. This is going to give them the results that they're after. So you must have a proven system in place. You must have a proven offer in place. Is the outcome implied or is it exact? Well, if I've got an ad that says 6 weeks abs, I don't need to go in there and then rename the time period. It's already named there, right? But if you can get an exact time period down, it is a lot better, right? I always like exact time periods because it helps people visualize what results they're actually going after. It helps them focus into what they're going to be doing. Now, next, your pyramid. Are you using the primary focus of your training, right? So the primary focus of your training, the pyramid, I want you to think of in various different levels. So you have the beginner down here, you have the next step up, the next step up, the next step up, and then the elite. The elite are already doing the trick. What we want to be doing is what we aim for about 2s to 4s, right, in this section. So the beginner doesn't have any money. We can't really help them too much because they haven't got any money. We can get them onto our system. We can give them out free lead magnets for pitching them later on because we're giving them results straight away. But they're not going to be our bread and butter. Our bread and butter is going to be 2s to 4s, right? So 4 selections, make a clear selection of which one you want to be going for, right? Do the symptoms reflect your avatar pain points, right? Is the problems that you're going to put out there as your leads, does that actually reflect their pain points, right? This is back to your studying of your avatar. Does each one have an actionable key to success? So every single bit of training that you put out there, does it have an actionable part they can do? It's not good just telling somebody to do something. You've got to say, right, okay, that's theory on how to do it. Russell Brunson uses very, very well. He uses the story of how he earned or learned the particular thing. Then he'll tell you the strategy of how to do it. Then he'll show you in practical terms how to do it if you paid for his big results. This is a similar sort of thing of what you're going to be doing, right? This way you've got actionable results, people get quick wins, and people are more happy to spend more money. Your solution. Does your title describe the avatar? Well, like I was saying before, the plumber's pipeline for how to fill your plumbing pipeline, right? That's describing your avatar, and it's there. We could then put in within 1 month, within 1 weekend, whatever we want to say. Is your primary training reflected in the title or subtitle, right? So how to build your plumbing sales funnel within the weekend, right there, right? Do the main 3 phrases represent a how-to, right? So make sure you've got a how-to do kind of thing in there, right? You don't necessarily need to use the how-to, but use something quite similar. So make sure that you're telling them this is what you're going to be learning. Is there a clear topic name for each step, right? This is something else that not a lot of people's paying attention to. But remember, you're trying to guide people up the top of a mountain, right? So there's various different guide steps, what they need to call in at and stop at. So this is each section of your particular training or your particular offer or whatever it is. So if you're selling one product, well, you're going to be selling more products down the line. So who's this one product directed for? Who's it going to help? And what is the next step for them to take? Right? Does each step give a clear transformation? Well, they don't want to be going through all these steps if they're not seeing the results. So each one wants to give a very, very clear where they're going to be after they've done the step, right? Once you complete this, you will have, right? So we're future-proofing everything that we're doing as well. Of course, we've got the value ladder, very, very important. Are the clear steps to scale your sales, right? We want to start off the bottom value ladder. That's where we're going to direct most of the people into, right? The free or very, very low ticket item. Then we can start selling them the higher items, right? So what's your primary selling method? Now, this is quite important. A lot of people are trying to sell video training courses, but they're trying to sell them on blogs. Well, if somebody's reading a blog, 9 times out of 10, they're a lot more into blogs than what they are videos. Somebody will be trying to sell it on podcasts. Try and match your training towards the market that you're using, right? So if you're trying to sell a training that's got mainly video, but you're selling it on blogs, make sure there's plenty of text in there as well, so you can still learn it. Does each product point back to the value ladder? Right, so each product should point to your next step. So every time they do one step, there is another step clearly laid out for them, right? Always important that you want to keep on feeding the people up your value ladder so that they can get more value, so that they can give you more money, but you can help them more. That's the most important thing. One of the biggest things I see people fail on, one of the reasons I know people's going to fail, is when they come in and ask me straight away about the money. They don't ask about how they can help people. They ask about how much will I make on this? Well, I don't know. It depends on how hard you work on that. You need to be going out there, and if you keep in mind that you're going to be helping people, then the money comes. The money isn't a problem. It just happens. It's a nice thing that happens as a byproduct of helping people. Always consider how you can help people in your value ladder, right? It's really important. And the prices kind of reflect that. The prices are how much you're going to have to spend on ads so you're still going to make a profit, like this kind of thing. Does your prices reflect best practices, right? Now, this means the likes of what pricing structure are you selling at and what method are you using? So if you're using a product that's below $500, then a video sales letter, that's fine, right? Video sales letter is perfectly adequate. It's going to do the job of selling under a $500 product. If you're going between $500 and $2,000, you might want to be looking more at the likes of webinars and where people can start to know, like, and trust you and get in with you an awful lot more. Now, if it's 2,000 plus, then what you're going to be looking at is mainly a sales call, right? And get your sales call in place so that when somebody starts down your sales funnel, then they have a particular call to action where you or one of your staff is going to call them up and actually then make the sale. And is it leveraged? Can you go out and continue to sell this? Are you going to continue collecting money? I want to be able to go out and sell to one-to-many, but I also want them to be paying monthly, ideally, right? So that's leveraging my time. I now don't have to spend time teaching one-to-one because obviously that's going to be more expensive and not a lot of people's going to want that. Right now, I am doing that one-to-one as well, but that's something I can't really leverage too much. The only way I can leverage that is by increasing my prices. Next, lead magnet, right? Does your lead magnet live in the training? Now, what do I mean by that is no matter what your offer is, when you're offering a lead magnet, it needs to fit exactly inside of that training. Now, a good way of doing this is saying, right, in this particular training, I'm going to show you with one step of how to get more clients using YouTube, right? Using YouTube Shorts. Now, this is only part of a complete course. This is step 1 of a 9-step program that we've got in the complete course, right? So you're pre-selling your course as well. Is it easy to consume? Can they watch it and can they make sense of it almost straight away, right? This is something that needs to be made sense of easily, quickly, so they're not going to be confused. Does it reflect the avatar's metrics and timeline? Is it something the avatar wants to learn? Will it fit into the timeline they want to learn it in, right? And does it increase your authority? Every lead magnet that you put out wants to be doing more than just giving somebody free access into something. You want to be increasing your authority and therefore giving them more reason to want to trust you, to want to buy from you, to want to be in your world, right? If you're doing these, it makes life just so much simpler. Next part of your funnel is authority, right? It's only take about 10, 15 minutes. It's always a good idea to put your authority on either the landing page or the page after. Now, if you're going to wear free or very, very cheap landing page, lead magnets, you don't need to put your authority on that front page. Put it on the second page. If you're doing a free trial or something like this, then yes, put your authority on the landing page. You can use either screen capture or live video, depending on which one you're most comfortable with. It doesn't really make a difference. I would test both, but the most important thing is to get yourself out there, right? Don't let the nerves hold you back and say, well, I can't do a live video. Do a screen capture. Do a fake voice. I'll put a link up to a fake voice software. I'll just write that down. I'll put a link up to a fake voice software that you can use, which you use on your videos, which then you don't even need to speak. You just need to put your screenshots up and go through your screenshots. Right. If it's on your second page, what we need to do is, first off, we need to congratulate them, right? Say that they've done a great thing on buying or receiving your original free lead magnet. Then build your authority, walk through the lead magnet, right? Tell them how the lead magnet's going to help them, show them how the lead magnet's going to help them, but then go in and explain the gap, right? So yes, the lead magnet is awesome. It's going to get you so far, but it's only part 1 of a 9-part step, right? If you want the 9-part step, here's the link for that. We're going to do your special offer on that, and then we're going to give them a call to action, right? And then we're going to show them the signature solution, which is going to be our call to action. So tell you our signature training. What is it? What's your big offer, right? Or at least your next offer up on the value ladder. Next, we want conversions. So we need to choose the correct funnel type. Now, this is down to the funnel hacking and the design hacking, which we've been talking about. They're both in the membership. You want to be going out and using somebody's funnel that they've already used for something very, very similar to what you have. You want to reflect your core system, right? So within your conversion, you need to reflect what your core system is. It's no good starting them off on one direction and change them halfway through. It's going to kind of lose them off. We also want to produce at least 3 content for each particular step, right? So 3 bits of content that we can put out there. So the 3 bits of content is going to get them into your funnels and flows. This is really important. Review the outline before creating the slides, right? I've done this before where I've started creating the slides and I didn't have my outline complete, and then I've sort of caught myself up halfway through and I had to go back and remake the video because I'd made a mistake on the whole thing. If you do it step by step, it makes life so much easier, and you know you're going to have a lot more success. So that's it, guys. This is my simple funnel guide, my simple sales flow guide. As you can tell, it's probably getting on to pub time, so I will be going out pretty shortly. Hence, the stuttering's really quite bad today. But if you've enjoyed this, I would love to hear any comments you've got, any questions you've got, things like this. Also, before I go, if you are struggling with funnel design, right, if you don't want to do the funnel design yourself, if you're on the technical, I'm going to put a link as well down below to 2 guys who I know who are awesome funnel builders, who are very, very well priced as well. And they both have courses on that, or they can build the funnels for you, depending on which one you want. Right, so I'll put links on both these guys, so you can speak to both of them and find out who's best for building your funnel. Okay, thanks for watching. Speak soon.